Hi, I'm Professor Graham Butt and I am Director of Studies for Electronic and Electrical Engineering at Lancaster University. Well, electronic and electrical engineering is the study of essentially the future. If you think or ask anyone, what will the future look like? They'll invariably tell you things that are reliant on electrical engineering, whether it be holographic displays or more advanced smartphones or smart fridges that can reorder your milk for you when you run out. That's all dependent on electronics. And with electrical engineering, we're treating the survival of the planet with renewable energy, electric vehicles. So if you want to study the future, you should study electronic and electrical engineering. And the reason you should do it at Lancaster is because all these things rely on mechanical systems interfacing with electronic and electrical systems. And because we're a general engineering department, every student gets a proper education in both mechanical and electronic and electrical engineering, although you specialise in one of those. And that makes more rounded engineers that are better coping with the skills of an engineer of the future. The structure of the course is everyone does a common first year, no matter which degree scheme you're on, you do the same courses in first year. And that way, everyone's got a good grounding in all areas of engineering. Then when you move on to the second year, you have some specific courses to do with electronic and electrical engineering, while having some general classes like power engineering. And everyone does a multidisciplinary project. They build a robot where the mechanical engineers do the chassis, the electronic and electrical engineers do the electrical and the electronic parts, and the mechatronic engineers do the programming. So it's a real interdisciplinary project, very much like you would see in the real world of engineering. In third year, you're very specific on your degree, mostly electronic and electrical engineering modules, and a major project, which is an individual project where you get to specialise in something that interests you in the field of electronic and electrical engineering. And you spend most of the year working on that. And then for those of you on MEng, in the fourth year, you have very dedicated courses. You get an option of whether you want to specialise more in electronics or more electrical in the fourth year. And you do a group project, which again is multidisciplinary. It's a subject that interests you, where you're working with mechanical engineers, mechatronic engineers, nuclear engineers, and sometimes chemical engineers. Lancaster is a research-intensive university, which means all our staff are experts in some aspect of state-of-the-art electronic or electrical engineering. We have some staff that are involved in 5G mobile communications, and what comes beyond that are very high data rates of transmission. We have staff who are involved in remote monitoring of the polar ice cap melting, so we can keep an eye on what's happening on the planet around us. We have staff who are experts in smart systems and medical implants that can monitor your health in real time. And we have staff who are involved in radiotherapy to treat cancer, as long as many other areas of electronic and electrical engineering, including renewable vehicles, wind turbines, solar cells. So the projects will be along those lines. But the students have the flexibility to agree a project with a supervisor. So it will always be something the student is interested in. You won't be assigned a project as such. And that then you will then spend an entire year going really in depth in that subject, becoming an expert in that subject with the guidance of your supervisor, doing something really state-of-the-art, cutting edge that could change the world around you. So as well as teaching at Lancaster, I'm also involved in mental health awareness for students. I've been trained by a charity called Student Minds to deliver workshops called Look After Your Mate, which is around helping students deal with the impact of mental health and mental well-being, and how your peers around you can help you and look out for any signs that a student is struggling. We're very aware at Lancaster, and we're very keen to make sure that students are well looked after. If I had to describe Lancaster engineering in 3 words, it would be interdisciplinary, because we have a general engineering ethos here that all students must have some level of mastery of all different types of engineering, because the future will require engineers to understand each other's disciplines. The other one would be research intensive, because every millionaire members of staff is an expert in the cutting edge, state of the art electronic and electrical engineering. And the last word I would use would be friendly.